I'm out at my dad's house. I'm Nathan Schmidt, and we're gonna do a couple things today here with my 2010 Toyota Corolla. I've got the hood up. I've got 290, I think 5,000 miles on it. We're gonna take a look here. I'll show you how many miles I got on it. Let's see if I can flip this thing over here. I'm not sure. All right. And I don't know if you can see that. 296,000 miles. Okay. Now my kid's gonna take over the camera because she was saying hi to Grandma. And anyway, so what we're gonna do? Let me see. I'm gonna pause it here. I think it's recording now. Okay. So we're gonna do a couple things here today. First, we're going to drain the oil, okay? And then we're going to put in this ValvoMax oil change system, oil drain valve. Scotty Kilmer on his channel, he recommended this. He says he doesn't recommend a lot of things. Anyway, so I bought it on Amazon. I'm gonna leave a link hopefully down below where you purchase this from them, ValvoMax themselves, and from Amazon. It's about 35 bucks. I already put one on my girlfriend's 2008 Toyota Corolla, and it worked pretty slick. So we're gonna put this on first after we drain the oil, and then we're gonna do it's called Throttle Muscle engine scrub, and we're gonna do this after I install that professional engine flush. I've seen some engine flushes before on YouTube, but I've never seen one done with product like this. And so we're gonna check this out. I also did this with my girlfriend's car, and the car seemed a lot more responsive. It seemed like it had more zip to it, a little bit more power and everything like that after this thing. So we're gonna go do this after everything's done. And you want to have all the proper tools. Hopefully I have all of them. I got my oil, Mobil 1, Extended Performance, OW20. Here's my Pure Later Boss filter that I'm going to use 15,000 miles for, because that's what this is for. This is 15,000 mile oil. This is my filter that I'm going to put in when I put that tough scrub in. I'm going to use that for 10 minutes and then remove this. This is at Walmart. This is super cheap. I think $2.97 or whatever plus tax. You got your drain. You gotta clean that out. This is for the oil, and this is for my oil filter, since it's in a case and not the hard metal ones you're used to. Of course, you gotta have these. Preferably some gloves so you don't get oil all over you, and a jack. Alright. And this will be for the ValvoMax oil drain. I'll tell you what sizes they are as we're going. You might want to carpet too, so you're not completely getting let's see if I got this right. Lower it. All right. That's the biggest worry. It's looking like a goof. I'm sure I will. What do you think, kid? I'll probably do something dumb. This one's pretty easy. We'll get her up there and we'll get the jack stands. And we'll get on our way here. Now that ValvoMax oil drain valve is going to replace your drain plug, and you will no longer need it anymore. And you'll see it's a really slick system. Get these under here so I don't get caught. Can't remember. I think Grandpa said that. What did he say? Not on the wheels. My girlfriend, she said, I told her, she's like, how long is this gonna take? And I said an hour, so she's like, okay, so I'll see you in like 3 hours. What do you think? Let's try not to make it 3 hours. Well, however, I could see it happening. She might be right. She kind of knows me pretty well. Alright, so that's there. Oh, I got some new parts in here. I had a transmission failure not too long ago, and I had to have a used transmission put in. We were stuck in Janesville, Wisconsin. How fun was that, Kendra?
Not very fun.
Oh, there's one thing I forgot. Oh, hit pause. Is it moving? All right, good. All right, so I found a 14 millimeter, and this is going to, this is a metric. It's going to take the old oil drain off. So let's see if we can get her off here. Get the oil out so we can get on the road. Hopefully, well, yeah. Like one crank and watch the oil just crack out of here. Oh man, she's dirty oil. See that? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put that valve on there. It's gonna be really cool because you can actually put it in like a jug when you're done. It doesn't just shoot out there like that. Alright, so we won't need this thing anymore. And the one thing that I remember from when we changed it the last time is there will be a washer from this oil drain plug, and I almost didn't take it off the last time. Luckily my dad spotted this thing and it's like, where's the washer at? And it was stuck to the oil drain pan. So when you install this new oil drain, this ValvoMax, you're going to want to make sure that this washer is removed. They have their own washer included, so you definitely want to make sure to do that. Alright, that's why you got the gloves, so that you don't get oil on your hands. But when you replace this, that's what you're not going to need, is gloves for that. Okay, set that there. We're going to want to remove the filter as well. And actually we're going to take the top off of here, or so that all the oil comes out. It's a little dirty. Sorry that my car is filthy. I just drive it so much. And it's so dirty. Look at that thing. So this is good that I'm doing this video. Right, kid? Mm-hmm. We're gonna, hopefully this makes it so my car is good to go down. We're gonna go down to Florida.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go to Miramar, at Air Bed and Breakfast or whatever. I want to make sure that all the dirt's away from the don't want to get any dirt in your crankcase. My car is so dirty. It's going to be interesting to see how much, when I put that throttle muscle in there, to see how much actual dirt and grime comes out of it, because that's what it's supposed to do. And when I did it for my girlfriend's car the last time, it took a lot of, I mean, from what it looked like, a lot of dirt and grime out. And with my car, and one of the guys on Amazon's reviews said that something about Toyota's 2010s in that era, they had problems with some kind of, I can't remember what the guy said, but something about it, oil, like inside the engine there was some holes that they drilled too small, so they gum up really quick. So it makes it so that you burn oil. And that's what I do. I burn at least a quart every 5,000 miles, at least. So that kind of is no good. So I'm hoping to reduce that when after this throttle muscle, and you know, depending on how well it does. I mean, I'm hoping this thing doesn't. Like I said, when I did that transmission flush, which Toyota recommended, and I'm just like, okay, they're the guys who've been around forever. They're the ones who are gonna make the right suggestions. I went with it, even though like a lot of people said don't do it. Scotty Kilmer. I should have listened. All right, now we're gonna do the filter. All right. Okay, because that oil should be. This one I always hate doing. It's such a pain. There we go. Actually, this one wasn't too bad. I was coming back from Kuwait and I hadn't changed my oil in quite a while, and that lack of doing it for over a year made it really difficult to get the oil filter cap off. It was terrible. Took me probably an hour to do that. So alright, we're getting this thing off. Can you get it really good, Kendra? We should probably have light in here. How's the light? Is
good.
Okay. Now there's going to be some oil spill out of here. Had to buy a special tool on Amazon a long time ago. They probably have them now. You can buy them probably from places, but to get this oil filter cap off, I didn't realize this was the way it was when I first bought this thing. It's really weird. Well, that's some dirty oil, man. Jeepers criminy. We'll let this stuff drain for a little bit. Change the filter to the one I bought from Walmart, the Super Tech one. I hate having to do that by like a filter like that for just to use, simple use, you know, but I guess that's just the way it is. Wait a second, what? That's really weird. Huh. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was wondering where that was at. Alright. So, come on out of here, Kendra. By the way, Kendra is my daughter. You can show yourself on the video, I guess.
No.
You can turn it around if you want.
I don't want to.
I was thinking, so here's the tool I had to buy from Amazon. Somebody made this, made in the USA, specifically for this type of oil filter, because normally a lot of people aren't, I mean, probably more of the newer ones are like this, but when I bought this car back in 2012, I had no idea it was just a filter like they are. I thought it was like the metal filters. And see, I got some oil on me there. That kind of sucks, but just the way it is. I'll clean that off. Getting this thing prepped for putting in the new filter. And then get this off here. That's why I hate this oil. Even though gloves, they can't protect your arm, I guess. Anyway, so make sure to remove your gasket. Even though I'm gonna put might as well use the new one, even though it's only gonna be on for, say, 10 minutes. But might as well. Alright, little gasket. Okay, remove that. Here's the replacement gasket. Even though we're gonna replace it here right after I get done flushing this. I know it doesn't really make that much sense, but whatever. You can get a little bit oil on it. I mean, kind of lube it up a little bit. Slip it back on here. Kind of excited to do this video just because, like I said, I haven't seen too many. Maybe with the ValvoMax, there might have been some videos for that one, like the original company that made it, and then, you know, maybe another person. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody do a flush like what I'm going to do today. So I'll leave some links for Throttle Muscle and a couple other brands that do it, this flush as well, because most of them you add your flush into your crankcase with your dirty oil and then just dump it. You know, you run it for, idle it for 5 to 10 minutes, or you put in, like a lot of people like to put in, which I used to put in, like sea foam into the crankcase, like I think it's an ounce for every, you know, quart that you put in. But this stuff is like completely, it's oil based, so it's not like you know, it's gonna ruin your engine when it sits in idle. 5 to 10 minutes, it's gonna clean it out really well. So we'll get to it after I get this all settled in and stuff. Back to get to business here. Reinstall this. So I didn't really, normally I would wait for all the oil to you know, drip out, take like 40 minutes. But being that we're gonna do a tough scrub, it doesn't really matter. It's gonna get all the dirty oil out regardless. Thanks for videotaping, Kendra.
You're welcome.
It's your day off of school, and you're doing this with your dad, so it's kind of goofy. How old did you turn the other day?
12.
I guess it wasn't the other day. My girlfriend gives me crap about that. It was like a couple weeks ago. Alright, we'll leave that on there anyway. We don't really need to take it off. But make sure she's snug. You don't have to make sure it's like cranked down completely, like Hulk it. Just make sure she sits on there real decent though. Alright, so here's that washer I was talking about. See that? You got a video of that, Kendra?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay, see, it was stuck on here. So, and like I said, the last time I did this, I totally didn't even see it. I thought it was part of the thing itself, and luckily my dad spotted it. He's a genius. Alright, so we'll put that over here. And now we're going to do the ValvoMax. And I don't even need these gloves really anymore. So that's cool. Put these over here. Okay, this is the part where I really, like I said, this is, watch out with that, sweetheart. This is pretty cool. Like I said, Scotty Kilmer from his YouTube channel, he recommended this, and he doesn't do a lot of that. He really liked it though. And this thing is pretty cool because you see this, there's a check valve in there. There's a little washer, make sure to use the washer. But the principle of it is, put the washer on here, put this in, this will replace this. So then when you don't have to, when you're taking this off, it doesn't, your oil goes all over and everything. And then this has a dust cap on it. So when you change it out, you just put this on, and once it hits a certain point, it'll start draining the oil, and you can put this into anything. Put it in your back into your bottles or wherever, but it's going to be really smooth coming out of there, and this will be on there forever. See, there's a little check valve in there. See it? It's pretty cool. Like I said, it's 35 bucks. Amazon, the ValvoMax, I got it from their website. I think it's free shipping. The guy that made it was in the Air Force. Not 100% sure what he did, but I was like, that's cool because, you know, I'm in the Air National Guard. But ValvoMax.com says high quality stainless steel, premium O-rings, inner wave spring technology, fits most cars. Now that's the other thing. You have to put in like your model number and everything like that. They don't have every single car, but they have quite a bit of cars. I know my friend who has an Infiniti, I looked his up and they didn't have his. It says one-time installation, protects, drain threads, tool-free, mess-free operation, limited lifetime warranty. So, I mean, the one time I used it on my girlfriend's, I really liked it when I reinstalled it, or when I installed it. And we're gonna go do that right now, all right? And when you're doing it, my dad, it's kind of a big wrench, 15 16s. They were doing like a socket in ValvoMax's website video, like their YouTube video or whatever. And I didn't see that that was very good because you had to basically take this off, which that comes off. You want to take that off first anyway. Okay, and then like I said, here's the O-ring underneath this thing. Or washer, I mean. Whatever you want to call it. Okay. So there's those parts. Put over there. You in spot, Kendra? I'm gonna wash this off a little bit. Okay. See everything? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, now hand tighten. One more probably. And good to go. Now there you go. That's your system. Here's the dust cap. Okay, so we got the oil filter in. Gotta make sure to do that. Don't forget that. And we're gonna put the dust cap back on here. You put it above the gasket, okay? Make sure when you put it on, it's above the gasket, closest to the actual drain itself. Okay, so we're gonna put this on. Don't really need it on for right now, to be honest with you, because we're just gonna take it off, but everybody can see how it kind of looks. It looks pretty slick. That's what it's gonna look like. All right, now we're gonna go to the top and we're gonna clean out our filter. Make sure there's no dust, because I see dust. We're gonna get it all cleaned out. Boy, this would be a miracle if this video was like maybe an hour less. I don't know how long it is, but it'd be pretty cool, because then I'd prove. Make sure she's running. Is it going? All right, so the video timed out in 25 minutes. So we're under that 3 hours, okay? So anyway, so we got the filter in, and we got the new ValvoMax drain plug, okay? So we're gonna jump this entire stuff in it. And you can see it's clear. Trying to get it so it doesn't slop. All right, so it's super clear, and the idea behind this is that basically every time you use this, and it's going to start out your crankcase, so it's like virtually a clean crankcase. So then when you put your oil in it, the oil is going to be super clean. It won't get dirty as quick. And you know, some of the things that people might not know is that, and this is something I learned again, Scotty Kilmer channel, and he mentions that, you know, and this is super simple. If you look on the back of your oil, which most people don't, it'll say it has detergents in it, and those detergents help clean your engine. And so he doesn't really recommend doing oil flushes per se, but I don't have a problem doing it. And he may be right. I mean, he's been a mechanic for 40 plus years, and he's got a good channel going and stuff like that. So if you guys haven't seen Scotty Kilmer's channel, definitely check it out, subscribe to it or whatever. We'll see if I actually have a channel. I don't know what else. What do you think I would do, kid?
I don't know.
Just kind of weird stuff, huh? I've been watching a lot of those videos, jigging with Jared, and I think his buddy M Dally D or something like that. Dally MD, DM, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, they're both pretty cool. They're like guys who go, you know, videotaping GoPro and underwater, like looking for treasures or spearfishing. And then I saw another dude that was pretty cool, deer meat for dinner. He was pretty cool, showing how to do stuff like catch stuff. Let me get a real quick drink here. For this, I'm going to lower the car so it's just on its tires. I'm going to make sure everything's out from underneath of here. Definitely don't want that to occur, okay, where it drops on something. So here's the oil. See how filthy that is. It's dirty, man. So I'm hoping that when I drop this out, let me crank it up just a little bit here. Get these jack stands out. Okay. There's one. And up. I'm gonna crank that up one more. It's kind of tight in there. Okay, hopefully that did it. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, get back a little bit, kiddo. I know you're a little bit back, but I just don't want you to get hurt. Everything's out from below it. Dropping it down. Okay. Take this out. Put the filter or the cap on, oil cap. Okay, that's on. Now, this is where we're going to idle the car. Okay. My car is such a mess. I need to clean this thing. All right. Okay, it's in park. I'm gonna do 5 minutes. We're gonna time it, and everything's ready to go. Okay, now hit pause. We're gonna wait. All right, it's been 10 minutes. Okay. No, forgot to put it in park. What a nut. Anyway, keys out. That's 10 minutes. Like I said, the company recommends 5, but since my car is so old, got 295,000 miles on it, I think it is. Now we're gonna crank her back up. Hopefully nothing moves. Yeah, where'd you say to put these jacks when you have them? Where do they gotta go?
Under your frame.
Under your frame? All right. Not under your one tire things. Here, I'll show you what Camp changed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was.
What's that?
I don't know. There we go. Should do that more often.
Jeez, Dad.
All right. Okay. Replace the jacks. Frame. Okay.
Well, that's some nasty looking stuff there.
What? Oh, that's the oil.
Don't
Yeah.
spill that.
Why did you get rid of that? Actually, no.
That wasn't spill it there.
How is that? Okay. Almost done. Okay, frame. Good to go. Now, watch this. Jug.
Hey. Wait.
Okay, let's put it in there. Dust cap comes off. See, there's nothing that comes out. And watch how this works. What? It's not coming out yet. Not coming out.
What's supposed to come out?
There, it's coming.
Gross oil?
Yeah, gross oil. Gross stuff. It's just draining right in there. See how that's pretty slick, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta take that top off. I forgot about that. There you go. Now it's coming out better, I think. All that dirty oil, huh? You can hit pause. And it stopped, right? Now, oh, did you get it back and running?
Yeah, it's running.
Okay, so yeah, so you go so far and she'll stop running out. Now she's back to running out. So she's gonna drain out. You're gonna hit pause again, okay.
Okay. Go.
Alright, so a gallon is full, and actually let me hit pause. Left in here to drain out into this actual oil pan, because I think this thing got a little too full. So we're going to put this back on here. If I can get it in. Alright. Yeah, there's some left in there. Just a little more. We'll let her drain. Get everything out. Make sure. Start with the new, like I said, get all this cleaning product out of there. It's getting pretty close. Been letting it drain for, I don't know, 10 minutes now. And I think we got most of it. We'll be putting in the new oil here pretty soon. I think she got it pretty good cleaned out. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I'll be able to maybe write something or maybe make a follow-up video on how the car's driving. Like I said, hopefully it doesn't kill the engine, just because some people believe that if you do flushes it ruins the you know, you get metal moving around and getting in places and everything like that, kind of like what my transmission fluid was when Toyota basically flushed it out and got like metal shards stuck here, or stuff that was working fine and even with you know, crud on it, and then it loosened it up and then the car didn't know what to do, and it the transmission like failed. But like I said, so far with Aubrey's car, the 2008 Corolla, the car is driven very well for the last, I don't know, when did we do that, a couple months ago, and she doesn't put on as many miles as I do on my car, but oh yeah, definitely got to get that filter out. That's probably what's holding some. I forgot about that. Totally. What a nerd. All right, Kendra.
Right.
Oh man, totally forgot about this filter.
Dad, is this gonna crush us?
Huh, honey pie?
Is this gonna crush us?
No.
Since that thing's on in the way?
Yeah, that's what it is. I was wondering where that some of that stuff was at. I knew I'd forget something. My dad's gonna kill me with all this oil. Alright, I think I should be able to do it by hand yet. Okay. There we go. Stuff's coming out. Definitely cleaned some stuff. That's for sure. It's coming out a brownish color. Dump that out. We'll change the filter. Clean this up a little bit. Get a new filter on. Put a new oil in, and hopefully drive better. And I'm going to change. I'm going to also like take the battery and unplug that so that this car can kind of restart, reprogram how to run again. It's such a waste of a filter, but whatever. It was only $2.97, so not a big deal, really. I mean, not like we're rich, right, Kendra? But you know, $2.97.
Yeah.
I mean, for crying out loud. So, all right. Get this old gasket off, which is actually new. Clean this out a little bit. And I know it's kind of funny, the ValvoMax this is getting this thing all set up. That's the whole point of the ValvoMax, is to make it so it's easy, oil change and everything like that. And so this is the first time getting it all set up. So the next time when we do this, you know, when I do my next oil change, it'll be much, much easier. And this is the only second time I've done that engine script. So that looks nice and clean in there. Before it was pretty filthy. So got a new Purolator Boss. Now, I bought this stuff at Advanced Auto, the oil filter. It's meant for 15,000 miles. This is their best one. So, and I run them for 15,000 miles. What's that, honey?
How much was it?
Huh?
How much was it?
With the 5 quarts of oil and the oil filter at Advanced Auto, it was like $36 plus tax, I think, something like that. So it wasn't a lot. They're usually pretty decent about running sales on their oil and their oil filters and stuff like that, so that's always nice. I want to get a little bit of oil on this gasket. Fresh, good oil. So keep it so it doesn't dry out or anything like that. Put her back on here.
Why is it orange?
It's just the way it is. Okay. Here's the new filter. It's like a paper filter. Inside. That all, they're pretty cool. Alright. That's right. Maybe that's the wrong way, I don't know. Maybe it is that way. It just sets in there like that. Okay. I'm going to clean out any excess oil that's in that, where the filter will go. Actually, I'm going to move this, well, that thing's still dripping. Okay, but we'll go get the filter kind of cleaned out a little bit. It looks like it's actually nice and clean. You don't want to leave a lot of stuff in here, but dang, that looks nice and clean in there. It's like brand new. But I guess that's the purpose of that engine scrub. Right. Right, Kendra?
Yeah.
I better have gotten it's like the right one.
La 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 la
I'm gonna double check. That's what the came up as filter wise, but this seems kind of weird sitting in there like that. Doesn't go down.
Every time you flip it over, there's more
Well, that's what I got. So. Let me see what's in there. Alright. Gee whiz.
What?
That stuff is still draining, man. Thought she would be done by now. Be glad you're done filming this, huh, kid?
Mm-hmm.
You can hit pause, actually.
Mm-hmm. This one I can't get.
Alright, here, hold this.
Okay.
So we're going to put 4 full ones of these in, and then after that it's going to be 12 ounces. So these are 32, I think 32 ounces is 1 quart, I think. Could be wrong. I don't know. I always hate that stuff. Anyway, I've been using Mobile One pretty much the entirety of this car. I've got 200,000 miles that I put on it. A little over 200,000 myself. I got the car in April of 2012. It's a 2010. The lady had 87,000 miles I got it from. Virtually no problems. Except for when I had Toyota flush my transmission fluid. So, yeah. Alright. This is our 3rd bottle. I know this is the boring part, but it's the lifeblood of the car.
Dad, are you gonna edit this? Or no?
We'll see how it works. I don't know how to. This is my first video, and I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how to edit it. I don't know, whatever. So, I just thought it'd be really cool to, like I said, the ValvoMax thing's neat. I've seen it on YouTube before, but as far as the throttle muscle, I've never seen that kind of flush. And we'll actually, I got to show you what the color of it looks like here in a minute. I'll put it in a glass or something to show you how much dirt, how dirty it was, because you saw how clear it came out, and you'll see how dirty it is.
Dad, do it fast.
And what I like to do with the oil, with these, once they're done, you think they're done. I'm kind of a stickler to get all of it out, so I just kind of put the cap back on and turn it upside down. Let it all drain to the top and then empty them out again. So,
It's really annoying.
it is probably really annoying, but whatever. So that's why I have them sitting there.
This is
Well,
the first one.
we'll just get this one here first, kiddo. So 12 ounces.
What's that?
We're gonna put it in here. 16 ounces.
Can I hold it?
No.
What?
There's 8 ounces.
honey.
Yes, it does look like honey. I wish they would just make it an even 5 quarts, but they don't. It would be smart. I don't know why they decided to do 4.4 quarts. But whatever. They're smarter than I am, so that's why I work where I work. Which I'm not going to mention where I work because I'm kind of embarrassed where I work anymore. It's kind of a joke.
Why?
That's why, I don't know. I'm just not.
I know the camera's flipped.
But that's neither here nor there, I guess. Whatever.
Cool.
Alright, so now, see how much actually comes out of these. That's a decent amount. And I always recycle these when I'm done with them. So, we got enough out of there, I think. We should be good on that one. And
This one has a lot in it.
Yeah, decent amount comes out. I'm the type of person who, like, if you got something in a bowl, like pancake batter, and there's, you know, like, still a lot of people just leave it alone. I'll get like one of them little, spatulas, like.
Yeah, they'll take it out. And
I want to
then,
get everything. Drop my phone.
Oopsies.
Good thing I got a cover on it. Yeah, that one's got a lot of oil in it.
This one got lots too.
Okay, leave it upside down.
Why are you leaving it
Nerd.
upside down?
Alright, I think we got most of that out of there. And yeah, that one had a decent amount in there.
Told you.
Not sure if I started doing this or if I saw my dad doing it. I don't know.
That was Grandma.
Not Grandma.
Yes, it was.
No, this is why I started doing this.
Do what?
Okay. Mom is talking to her crazy, stupid pugs. What a weirdo.
Hey, Brent, show it.
Now the dipstick is clean. I just cleaned it off. Being that it's a clean crankcase, this should be super. You can't even see barely. And there's a little bit of residue in there, but it might be just because it was where it was at. But should be good to go as far as the amount of oil that is needed in there. Put this cap back on. And of course, if you don't know what kind of oil your car takes, a lot of times on this cap, it'll say right there SAE 5W20 or SAE OW20 right there. So if you don't really know as far as the amount of oil that goes in your car, you can Google that. I would Google the year and the model and everything like that. Or check your book that comes with the car. All right, now what we're gonna do is instead of like just to make sure, like some people forget to remove like gaskets. I know I've had it one time, a long time ago. I had a old oil filter, the old oil filter with the steel, and it was on my Honda Civic. And I remembered that the gasket came off, and I didn't remove it. And when I put the new oil filter on, and I dropped it, removed the jacks and everything, and it was on the ground, and I turned the car on, all the oil spilled out all over the floor. It was ridiculous. And that's why you want to make sure that it's not leaking in the bottom. Like you didn't forget to, you know, put the oil cap on, or you didn't forget to do whatever. But that was really, really bad. It was a bad mistake, and my dad came and luckily cleaned it up for me. So we're gonna turn this thing on. All right. Good to go. Double check, go underneath there and make sure there's no oil spilling.
Nope.
Nothing spilling. Perfect. All right. Okay, so now all we need to do is drop or remove the jacks, put everything back, get my thing out of the oil pan. That really sucked. I can't believe that happened. Little bit of oil spill on here. Grandpa's not gonna be really happy about it, but the way it is, it's already filthy anyway. Right? We do our best to try and avoid this, but he's already got so much on here, it's not that big of a deal. All right, I'm gonna crank this up, kiddo. Okay, jacks out of the way.
I'll get one.
Got her? Okay. All right, now move back, sweetheart. And then we're gonna crank it down. Slowly. That did a little quicker than I want it to. All right. Car should be good to go. Now I gotta, like, which one do we remove first?
This red one.
Hey, Dad. What? Which one do you remove first, the black or the red? What? Battery. You can hit pause, kiddo.
I already did.
All right, perfect.
What are you doing now?
Pulling this out of the oil and dropping that into the oil accidentally again. So done. So terrible. So terrible. Anyway. Alright. I'm gonna try to figure this out here. Okay. Set that there for a minute. There's that there. Okay. So I'm gonna eventually show you, once I get this cleaned up, what that oil stuff looks like. How it and for this you just kind of, I guess, rinse it out with some water, or let it, I can't remember what they said to do. On their website it has the but basically I'm going to put it in a bag and probably run, like I said, some water through it or something like that. But yeah, because she's a little dirty from that. I wish I would have never dropped it in there. That kind of was not planned, but so Aubrey was right about the length of time, probably.
Filling in your car.
Yeah. Car is definitely dirty. Anyway, so there's that. Gotta make sure that does not go anywhere. Okay. Now I gotta find a little ratchet for. Okay, where's that? Let's see here. It's a good thing we're gonna edit this. Right.
Ooh, really pretty flowers.
Huh?
Pretty.
You hit pause, kid.
I'm showing them the flowers. You can edit this out. See, it's purple vine and then inside it is green and white. So they have little green berries on them. And then we also have this one. But they have green, red, purpley, vine, branches, and they're purple. And then inside they're green, purpley green. So yeah, they have, but they look like flowers, but actually they're just all these little things. Like this used to have a berry in it. All these little flower things used to have berries in them. So, yep.
What am I?
This is all the oil. It goes up like this much on that pan, and the pan's like that big. It's really a lot of oil.
All right. So 4.4. I just need something to get that off.
Yeah.
To get this off, it looks like you need a 4x4 inch, Dad.
What?
So guys, put down in the comments if you know what this was right away. I don't know if it's that bolt or that, I don't know.
Where's he at?
Got a metric.
Alright.
These are
Say hello, Dad.
standard. There's no don't make me fucking have a 10 here anymore.
Where's that one?
So guys, if you guys guessed a 10, then you were right. Cause that's what we need, a 10.
10 metric is the minimum.
So, if you guys guessed it, good job. Good job.
10 metric.
You guys. Yes. So, if you guys have these are our new iconic things. You can even buy them on a pin. So they have very beautiful. So if you guys have seen these in your yard, make sure you take care of them because they're very beautiful, very kind of fragile and they're very rare. They're only like in very small spaces. So they have lots of them in our grandma and grandpa's backyard. So yeah.
That's horseshit.
Dad, you can see Dad for this video.
Where's the socket that belongs in there?
Oh, that one. I put it like right there in front of you. Alright, this is just resetting the car's computer. What are you doing?
Just push it down on there.
Well, I wanted to take it off.
Oh, take it off then. Okay.
Let it sit
off
for
about 2 seconds and put it back on.
Is it 2 seconds?
Well, don't take very long.
Put it back on, Dad.
What the hell?
I don't know, Dad. Put it back on.
It's fine.
Don't break it.
So now,
There's a shock.
let's tighten it back up. This is all you really need. You don't need to take the positive one off to reset the car. Now, we're going to show you the throttle muscle and what that did. So we're going to need like a cup,
I got a cup.
like a clear cup.
I got a clear cup.
Where?
I don't know.
Alright, so we're going to pour it out. You saw how black the oil was. I'm sure Aubrey's probably like, I told you.
She said we have to go to Dubuque soon.
Yeah, I know, we need to. You got like a clear cup, old man? I was just going to show people what it looked like. So here, this'll work.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I do it?
Do you want to do
Don't
this?
get any of that drippings on the ground.
No. Alright, so this is basically clear cup.
It's like grape juice.
Look at that stuff. Look at how dirty that
It's
is.
like Dr. Pep.
That's the
Right.
stuff that was dumped, come out of my engine. This is the Throttle Muscle engine scrub. And I'll leave a link down below where to purchase it from Amazon, from eBay, from their website. And then what do you got to say, kid? Turn it around on yourself.
No, I'll just say it from the camera. Like and share and subscribe.
Yeah, if I have another channel. But if you do like this video, like it, share it, whatever.
And subscribe.
And subscribe, maybe. We'll see. I don't know how much or whatever I'm going to have. So.
And ring the bell.
Yeah, and ring the bell for notifications. All right. We'll see you. Have a good day. Bye. And of course, we gotta miss one thing, because this is new, but... Alright, so when you do change your oil, a lot of times it'll have your car's gonna let you know, it says maintenance required. That's just an oil change, and that's at it. This car goes, I think every 5,000 miles it'll say maintenance required, okay? So what you do is, you put your finger on the push odometer, okay? Hold it. Now turn it back on. Oh, actually, no, wait. Go to trip A, and then trip B, clear it out. I think trip A, hold it, turn it off, turn it back on, and see it'll clear out. And that'll reset, let it zero out, boom, good to go. Now you're reset, no maintenance required. See that? No maintenance required. So now your oil, and what I do is trip A for, you know, every time I fill up, I set it back to zero, how many miles have gone. Trip B is my marker for oil changes, basically. So this will go to 10,000 miles and then zero back. And then obviously, so 15,000 miles. But I'm gonna keep an eye on how much oil I'm burning, and to see how zippy it is, if it's got some life back. Because I mean, I've got 296,000 miles, and it's, I know my girlfriend's car's got a lot more zip than mine. It feels like mine's kind of almost bogged down. So I'm hoping this Throttle Muscle did some work, got this thing back to the point where it's kind of like a newer vehicle. At least some of the reviews on Amazon, reading about it. This, and there's this other, like I said, this Golden Flush or whatever it's called. A lot of people said that their cars responded really well back to like a newer, zippier kind of car. So I'll let you know. Otherwise, again, take care. See you. Bye.